Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Millennium Dawn, Honduras. In the last episode, we designed our medium carrier multi-role fighters and our carriers, our big fleet carriers, not our escort carriers, our big fleet carriers. And it's all under construction, and so we'll start getting those built here soon. We're still tearing through the research. We started research on our battleship designs. And yeah, we're waiting for our justification with Liberia. That's gonna be like January of next year still, so we got a ways to go. And we are still trying to get caught up on all that equipment we lost during the war with Mexico. Still. Well, armored personnel carriers will be done in 17 days. Okay, that's done. That's good. 144 days on the infantry fighting vehicles and 158 days on the transport helicopters. So by the time we are going to war with Liberia, we should be caught up. And then what we're going to immediately do is queue up some new divisions for training, and that's going to put us in a hole again. So. And we're probably going to go with just more mechanized infantry. Collapsing housing prices. All right. We'll take the hits because I can then immediately go in and bump it back up the economic boom. Do I need the resistance suppression anymore? Yeah, sorta. Electromarine innovations. Air electrification pursuit. And we did shut off our fossil fuel power plants. We're going to build some more enrichment facilities because I want to make sure we stay ahead of our nuclear fuel requirements because we're still building a whole bunch of reactors. So, advanced heavy tank gun. That's done. That's done. Let's get anything that is at time appropriate, year appropriate. We are making trains, right? I mean, we really should be. Yes, we're making trains. Future heavy autocannons, those are done. Oh, why did I click that again? Let's get construction 9. Wait a minute, what's it saying? Half a year ahead of time? Doesn't matter, do it. And once we're done with our future medium tank guns, our future assault cannons, we're going to design a whole bunch of tanks. And we don't need to design transport helicopters, right? No. No. No, they are what they are. Okay. Hypersonic cruise missiles. Okay, we're working on that. We're not going to build anything until we have that. We still have a lot of small arms we need to catch up on. Okay. In terms of upgrades, so let's do that. Alright, and utility vehicles. Alright, our APCs, we are no longer deficient, but we have 5,000 of them we need to upgrade to. We need 2,800 new MBTs. Alright. Oh, you only have 8. Let's get this fleet up to the full 10 task forces. Alright, there's the future assault cannon. Just need to get the medium tank gun. Nanocellulose medicine, we'll work on that. That won't take too long. Alright, I think we can crank the speed up. Alright, future medium tank gun is complete. Let's get genetically modified humans, because that never has the potential to go wrong. No, we're not sanctioning anybody. Alright, we need to start thinking about Brazil. And all of its neighbors. Alright, who would be... So yeah, we need Argentina. Ten-wheeled TEL batteries. Alright, that's all done. We're going to focus on all that industrial technology. Has completed special project. What special project? Or is it just something that is disabled right now? It's possible. Railgun. Unlocks the special project plasma railgun. Special project complete. Double barrel. Fusion reactors. You have double barrel tanks. Alright, so we could build mammoth tanks. Or some of those crazy speculative designs from World of Tanks. Yeah, sure. And we now have fusion reactors. Excellent. Alright, we have... Chameleon camo. Let's start that. Let's start the plasma railguns. Alright, Sea-Wiz. Right, because the carriers that we were actually building are 2025 carrier hulls. We have another carrier hull that's kind of coming down the line. This carrier hull. In fact, let's just go ahead and start it. Bolivia. You're not a member, but your independence is guaranteed by Brazil. Okay, so... we actually don't want to attack Bolivia, because Bolivia is guaranteed. So if we attack Bolivia, we'll fight Brazil. But... Bolivia is not a member of that faction, so that will keep them out. Alright. Yes. We do need to design... one thing. Actually, one thing we need to design that I keep forgetting to do. We need to design an armored marine or mechanized marine. No, we're gonna go armored. Alright, so that'll need heavy engineers. Helicopter support. We probably want self-propelled artillery battery because those are the light self-propelled guns for this. Self-propelled air defense. Actually, should we just do a little bit of both? Let's see. No, they have the same width. We could do an attack helicopter regiment. Or... No, an attack helicopter regiment. We'll go with that. I think it would be something like this. This is probably completely wrong. But... Amphibio... No. Yeah, there we go. And what we want to do is we want to convert these guys over to that. And then we want a whole bunch more of them. 21 more divisions of that. If we can. Which we can. Alright. And that's going to put me back a whole bunch of equipment. Yep, of course it is. You ever finish that medium tank gun? I think we did. Yes, we did. Alright, there's a lot of military strikes going on all over the place. Don't know if it's gonna go anywhere. Arsenal bird. Right. 311 days. Panzer railguns, 2,500 days. 526 days for the chameleon. Alright, naval guns. Let's get the helicopter operators coming along. Alright, so that means we can design a tank. Well, we can design a whole bunch of tanks. And infantry fighting vehicles. And everything else. But let's start with a new tank. Yeah, a whole brand new MBT. So let's do that. Now what we need is we need the new 5th gen tank hull. Right. What did I do here? We did pneumatic suspension. Okay. This is going to be medium suspension, pneumatic suspension. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Stealth armor? Thermal armor. Alright, how does that compare to heavy Nira? Yeah, I think we're gonna stick with the heavy stuff. Gas turbine engines, yeah. Battle stations. Blowout panels. Do you want it to have ERA? I don't think we used ERA on the other one. Yeah, I think we're just using modern spaced battery ammo. Because we got the laser cannon? Hold on. Large special tank weapon. Double barrel tank cannons. Railgun tank cannon. Super heavy tank turrets. That's going to be for our big super heavy tanks, which I'm going to go ahead and design one because why not? MBT heavy tank. We're going to go with medium tank guns for the MBTs. MBTs are going to kind of be versatile. Future light, not light tank gun. No. Well, that was light tank. Light tank. No. Heavy tank. No, medium tank guns. Right. Future medium tank gun is what we want. So this is going to get cannon ammo. 5th gen mixed cannon ammo. Barrel extension. Heart attack. Piercing. We'll do a barrel extension on this one. Do you want to go to an unmanned turret with an autoloader, or do I want to stick with a welded turret? No. I think... yeah, maybe we are going to go to an unmanned turret with a revolver autoloader. We'll give them support drones. Turbine SAMs, no. Auxiliary electric engines. Should probably give it an auxiliary electric engine. And hard kill defensive systems. Or... no, improved hard kill. Yeah. And it's going to be basically the same name of the tank, but just the 2. Okay. Give me a second. Yep. And the Morazan 2. Oh, no, we're replacing... Replacing that. Then we'll need to do an upgraded light tank. Right, we're gonna need to do... Right, we're gonna do an updated IFV, an updated, all of this. All of this has gotta get updated. We need to build 8,100 of those. Alright, future internal weapons. Which means we can actually now build proper stealth aircraft. You know what? It is 10 years ahead of time, but let's start chewing on it. Because we can actually get it done in less time than 10 years. And every single year that we get closer, the less and less time it's going to take. Egypt has declared war on Egypt, so we have an Egyptian civil war. We got a whole bunch of various forms of Egypt. Alright, so now amphibious landing tech is maxed out. And we're also going to have to design a whole fleet of new ships as well. So I might just have to settle in on like almost an entire episode of just sitting and designing new equipment. Or do it off screen. I'm not sure which. Oh, no, we are going to accept the deal. Alright, there's our first battleship hull. We're never going to build any of those. We'll just move right on to the next one. Alright, how are we doing for power? Doing great for power. How are we doing for unemployment? Well, we don't have enough workers. How are we doing as far as the budget? We're a positive cash flow, so that's good. Egypt, you might not want to be messing with Israel right now because, I mean, you have your own problems you need to deal with. Unless their war is over. Oh no. That Egypt. What happened here? Okay, that's weird. Alright, there's a new radar. Let's get the destroyer hulls coming along. lots of corvettes. Lots of cruisers. All right. We need to make sure that every single one of our helicopter operators has an air wing. This one does not. No, we're using these. All right. That one does. This one does not. All right. Where is it? Okay, it's here. All right. This one. This one does. This one does not. Where are you? All right. And there's our hypersonic cruise missiles. We probably should have been researching this a while ago. The GPS agricultural applications. All right, nanocellulose medicine is done. We'll just work on the 4th generation suicide drones because why not? Genetically modified humans. I guess we'll work on kill sats. All right. Our justification will be done in like a week. So we'll go ahead and end the episode here. We'll get that next episode. So we should overrun Liberia pretty easily. I don't anticipate any trouble with that. And then we'll have to decide who the next target is going to be. And Yeah, I gotta start turning up another army over here. Alright. But for now, we'll stop here. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you next time.